What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so this is something that I saw on X, and I was on X/Twitter, and I saw an article that someone had posted saying that LeBron James basically had been short, or that's what I'm looking for, disrespectful, or show his disdain for Rachel Nichols in a Lakers post-game interview, the locker room with the media after their loss yesterday to the Orlando Magic. Of course, I think it was, what's his name? Is it Von Wagner? Hit a game-winning three-pointer at the buzzer. Anthony Davis missed some key free throws down the stretch. And I couldn't exactly, look, I don't see it being reported a lot. I did see a YouTuber talk about this. I think his YouTube name is, let me see if I can find his channel. His name is Charge the Game, and he was talking about this. So he showed a video of LeBron being interviewed. You can hear Rachel Nichols talking. I can't exactly hear what she's saying, but it sounded like she was asking him something about JJ Redick's reactions to losses. How does he take losses, or something like that. And LeBron kind of answers in a curt way, like, look, I'm not into coaching. I'm not a coach. I don't follow my coach's home. I don't know how he would react, But the way he reacted to her talking, yeah, you could see he really didn't want to even look at her. You could see he didn't really want to look at her. He was avoiding eye contact. And while he wasn't totally disrespectful, you could tell that he didn't really want to answer a question. Now, you could look at it like this. It may not have been what she said months ago that he's still holding on to. It could be that he's just genuinely irritated by a loss. And a loss in the fashion that they lost the game, they basically blew the game. So it could be that that's still fresh in his psyche. He's still processing that, and he really don't want to answer questions. You know what I mean? I mean, that's very understandable, knowing that we're talking about LeBron here. This is a guy that walks off the court pouting when loss or defeat is inevitable. So that's something that could be considered. So I don't know whether that was directly aimed at Rachel Nichols. I couldn't see any other video footage. I might have to look at footage of how he's answering other people's questions. But the one thing I have noticed is that people have said that the other people he did engage with when they were asking him questions, like he did look at them. Whereas Rachel Nichols is like he didn't really want to look at her. So if that's the case, then we would have to assume that this is stemming with the situation that happened a few months ago. I think it was back in July, maybe, when he unfollowed Rachel Nichols on social media when she gave an honest assessment of Bronny's potential future in the NBA. According to Nichols, at the time, she does not see Bronny ever becoming a star in the league. She said, quote, "Will he ever be a star? I don't think so. It does not seem so, just his size and some of the other things about the way he plays. I don't think he's a future star player. The thing is, number 55 is not such a high value pick. My second round picks theory, people throw them around like singles at a strip club because there's so many of them and they don't mean that much." Now look, if I'm a father, to be fair, I don't like LeBron James. I don't like him. Y'all know that. I'm very honest about that. I can't stand the dude. But I would be a little salty at that last part. Like devaluing my son to singles at a strip club. Yeah, I could kind of see that part. See, that part don't really get played much on channels that don't like LeBron James. That last part, that don't really get put out there much. That is disrespectful. So LeBron James immediately unfollowed Rachel Nichols on social media. And he seems to be holding on to that, right? Still holding on to not really wanting to talk to this woman. This is a woman that he's helped time and time again in her career. You know, if you look prior to this situation, he was always doing interviews with her. There was even a situation where a few years ago, I think it was a finals game where she was kind of flirting with him a little bit. He helped her get that job on ESPN over, I think, when he helped maneuver her get that job over, what was it, Michelle Beadle. I think it was Inside the NBA or something like that, or NBA Today. But look, there's definitely something there, okay? On the one hand, while I have a lot of empathy for LeBron James because he's a father, and I think any father would feel some type of way about somebody using that analogy. I thought that analogy was disrespectful. But you can't get mad if somebody is saying that he ain't, I just don't think he's going to be a star. You can't get mad at that. You can't. People got to be brutally honest. And another part of this too, this is what happens when you get friendly with media members. Because at the end of the day, being friendly with them, yeah, they might be a little bit soft in their coverage of you, but at the same time, they're journalists. And they're still going to have to showcase, to some degree, media credibility. Or other people in their peers in their profession they're going to stop respecting them. They're going to stop respecting them. So they got to be honest every now and then. You know what I'm saying? We see that with Brian Windhorst. We see that with all those guys. Even Shannon Sharp's not exactly technically a journalist from his background, but he's in that field now. He's a media member. Even him at times, he'll say what he's really thinking instead of what he thinks LeBron and his fans and Clutch want him to say. So look, some of this is on LeBron's doing. He put Bronny in this situation. He put him in this situation. 1,000%. You put him in this situation, and you brought a lot of scrutiny upon Bronny based on how you was bragging on him. Talking about he's better than a lot of guys in the league right now. The same way LeVar Ball messed it up for Lonzo. Oh, he's better than Steph Curry right now. Or he gonna be better. I think he said something, he'll be better than Michael Jordan and all this dumb crap, right? So you messed it up with how you presented Bronny. Then you don't make it any better with calling him. You know what I'm saying? Not taking the titty out of his mouth, letting him, mandating that he don't play role games. He's not ingratiated with the G League team by, not being taking the same flights, and it seems like he's just not a part of the G League world. At the end of the day, man, it's just been a disaster. And from what I can understand, it's almost like they're shutting Bronny down. But we got to wait and see on that. But yeah, I do think it's very likely or probable that he's still holding on to some type of grudge, because that's in his nature. He does that. He's very sensitive on regular stuff. So you can imagine he's super sensitive when anything comes to his son. And I understand it to a great degree, but it is what it is. Oh, another thing too. it's funny how he holding on to and displaying all this hostility with Rachel Nichols, but we still ain't heard nothing from him in regard to what Kel Sonnen accused him of. You know, and Kel Sonnen's in the media because, if I'm not mistaken, he's still on ESPN, aka BSPN. So, anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Tell me what you guys think.